Hey, my name is Renee and I'll be talking briefly about globalization. A structured definition would be the process by which businesses or organizations develop an international influence or starts to operate on an international scale. In simpler terms, this would mean that the change a company or organization makes from operating in a single territory to operating in multiple different territories through, say, expansion. An example of this would be, let's say I have a local business and I realize that there happens to be a demand for my product in a different territory, for example in Cayman. I then decide to make the change from operating solely in Jamaica to operating in Cayman and other territories. Like many other phenomenon, globalization carries both benefits and challenges. Benefits would include low product costs, access to new markets, product variety, and it promotes cultural awareness. Low product cost is a benefit because it not only applies to the consumer, but it also affects manufacturers as well. Simply because they can now access materials at a lower price from territories that will offer it for less, fabricate them, and provide a product for consumers at a much lower cost than before, all while providing the same good quality. Having access to new markets is important in the world of international business, simply because the company or organization now has the potential to broaden its reach. This means that because the market is much larger and has a variety, they now have a better chance at penetrating the market and becoming more successful by offering its products and services. This is beneficial because it therefore means that there will be increased sales. Last but definitely not least is cultural awareness. I specifically chose this one as last because it was an interesting topic that was brought up in the recordings. Now, what is cultural awareness? Well, simply put, it is to be knowledgeable about another's culture as it relates to customs, beliefs, and values. Why is it important to IBM though? Well, imagine you are a foreigner visiting a faraway land where you know nothing about. You do everything that is normal to you, but you're surprised when it's considered offensive to them. Now, this is why it's important in IBM. Culture is different everywhere. So one must be knowledgeable about the different beliefs there, as it will have consequences on the businesses which you do not know. When companies are culturally aware, it increases trust, promotes getting along, and increases cooperation. Overall, these all benefit the organization because it allows for smooth sailing. The challenges associated with globalization is that it impacts culture negatively and it also impacts sustainability. I am aware that this point may be a bit contradicting to the one made earlier, but sometimes what occurs is that a territory might have a culture that is more dominant than the other. The one that is more dominant may influence their customs and beliefs to the other that is less dominant. As a result, the culture becomes depleted. As a final year major in tourism, the topic of sustainability is of great importance, just as it is for IBM. Globalization affects sustainability because goods are now transported more frequently from one area to the next because of achievements, and this allows for more emission of gases into the atmosphere. Not only does it impact the environment in this way, but it also causes for the depletion of resources much quicker. In the end, globalization is a process that continues to increase and remains important to IBM, especially because of its interconnectedness.